Hi, welcome to Creative Movies Recapped. Today's recap is a film called The Dark Below. Watch out for spoilers ahead. A researcher and young scientist by the name of Olive Crown applies to the research of Dr. Fletcher in the deep waters. Having worked with the U.S. Navy and other major projects before, she is hired. She descends the sea in a special suit that is created by Dr. Fletcher and tied to a rope from a ship at the water's surface. At 1,000 feet, the crew controlling her descent stops her. To test the new suit's capability, Olive tells the crew to take her 500 feet further below. At 1,500 feet, she sees an unearthly creature roaming around her. Communications with the crew are interrupted and the creature suddenly attacks her. Her suit breaks but she miraculously survives and is pulled out with the rope from the sea. When asked what happened and what she saw, she doesn't remember anything about the incident. Dr. Fletcher gets angry at her for not having any explanation and destroying the expensive suit and fires her. While she is packing her belongings, she inspects her broken underwater equipment and discovers an egg that she brings to her home for her research. She leaves it in the basement and doesn't tell anyone about it, including her boyfriend Matthew. She discovers that the creature in the egg is allergic to light and keeps it in the dark. The following morning, the egg hatches and the creature crawls to a darker spot. When Olive points a torchlight at it, it spits a black liquid on her face, making her collapse, but soon she wakes up. She starts getting allergic to light and eats excessively. She vomits a black liquid discharge similar to the creature's spit. The creature grows bigger. She calls her former workmate Dara to help her with the research. He tells Olive that they should take it to Dr. Fletcher's lab. She declines and tells him to keep it a secret. When she tries to go outside her house, daylight burns her eyes and she is unable to. She goes back to the basement and tries different food options for the creature. Everything fails until she tries drops of her blood. The creature consumes it. In the evening, her sister Elena visits her. They all spend the night together, but late in the night, Olive wakes up from the creature's sound in the basement. She cuts herself and lets the creature feed on her blood. Dara tells Dr. Fletcher about the creature. Dr. Fletcher calls her and demands that she bring the creature to him. He calls her a thief and threatens to take her to the police if she doesn't deliver it within an hour. Olive creates an argument with her sister to spare alone time with the creature. She wears sunglasses to protect her eyes from the sun and goes to buy fresh steak and bloody animal parts. The creature rejects all of them. Fletcher storms into the basement to take it with him, but Olive, after beginning to realize that she and the creature share a symbiotic bond, attacks Fletcher and lets the creature feed on his blood, killing him. She cuts Dr. Fletcher's remaining body parts and throws them into the sea. She takes Dr. Fletcher's keys and goes to his office on his ship. She discovers that he knew about the new species from his previous research. She puts the ship on fire and goes back to her house. Ellie, who spends most of her time with Matthew, starts getting attracted to him, and as they are flirting, she decides to go down to the basement and find out what her sister has been doing all along. Olive comes before she sees anything and kicks her out. Matthew works as a doctor. Olive steals his hospital ID card and kidnaps an elderly woman to feed her to the creature, which has become extensively big after feeding on Fletcher. When cleaning up the elderly woman's blood, she licks it and her fractured memories of what happened during the accident in the depths of the ocean begin to unravel. As they are on the bed with Matthew, she is tempted to feed him to the creature but instead calls Dara, who is killed by the creature. In the hospital where Matthew works, he is blamed by the management for a patient's disappearance and he is fired. Olive is not bothered about it. She starts communicating with the creature and her obsession with the creature makes her crazy. The creature needs to feed again, and this time she goes to Matthew to sacrifice him but finds him and Ellie cheating on her. She knocks Matthew down and takes Ellie to the basement to be fed on by the creature. Matthew wakes up and as he tries to search for Ellie, Olive pushes him down the stairs where he knocks his head on the floor and is killed by the creature. Ellie is tied down and witnesses the creature feeding on Matthew as she cries helplessly. The creature, who has grown fast, lays eggs and Olive takes one egg to explain to Ellie where the future heads with the creatures on the land. She tells her that the creature is a god that she commands and can never hurt her. The creature, who is concerned about her eggs, slowly grabs Olive's body, choking her to her death. It feeds on her. Ellie is almost attacked but is saved by a neighbor who points a torchlight at the creature after hearing screams. The police arrive at the scene and search for the creature without success. The creature crawls back into the sea carrying its eggs. Ellie becomes traumatized and is taken to a recovery center where she discovers on television that there have been recent floods that have caused thousands of eggs from a new species to come on shore. She goes to the coast and discovers that the eggs of the new species are the creature's, and also finds out that it has grown bigger to a size more than that of a whale. Hope you've enjoyed today's recap. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.